Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming today. I understand I'm under competition from Donald Trump, who's apparently down the road. So I really appreciate you coming down to this press conference. Yes, it's Global Legend Series, official press conference for Las Vegas game, 20th of February, as Mike mentioned, at the Sandboys Stadium. So we're really excited. I'm obviously always humbled because I've got incredible players that are going to be playing for us here in Vegas. And today we have Donovan, Alessandro Del Piero, and Osvaldo Sanchez, who have very kindly come down to talk about the game. And you can direct questions. They'll have a talk after I've finished, and I'll try and keep it as brief as possible. So just to give you some background, GLS originated from the co-founder Fabio Cannavaro and myself. Fabio's World Cup winning captain in 2006 for Italy. And he was very much involved in exhibition games after he retired, but realized that they were poorly run and really didn't give enough emphasis to what the players stood for and why they were there. So we tried to develop a brand, basically a Legends old boy club, where you have to have won a World Cup, a European Championship, or a Champions League, or represented your country for more than 50 times. So you really do have to be a legend to even come and play, which is pretty unique in itself. The second part of it was that we wanted to leave a good footprint wherever we went. Now, we have our global charity, Free the Children. We wholeheartedly believe in that charity because we know where every cent of everything we raise goes to. So we are currently building a school in Kenya. And for youth development as well, we want to always leave clinics and youth football and bring coaches back to wherever we play. So that leads me on to the third point on why we are here, and that is that we want to give the fans the experience of seeing these guys live all together for the first time. And that is the real unique experience. And we played our last game in Thailand. It was an incredible turnout. It was a great event. And we wanted to come to the next city of choice. We wanted to come to the US because we believe that US soccer is on the rise. And we wanted to come to a city whereby the legacy of entertainment and sport resides on a worldwide stage. And that, without question, is Las Vegas. We're here because of the legacy of boxing, now UFC, with entertainment from the Rat Pack to, I think, J-Lo's opening tonight, her show. You know, every single week something's happening in Vegas. We wanted to come and become involved in that, and we want to stay loyal to this city going forward. Now, with that in mind, we obviously need the support of media and everybody here. We want to engage with the soccer public here. We really want to have a good turnout in a month's time. And with your help, with spreading the word, with the unrivaled access over the 3 days of meeting some of these legends, is really something that's not really been seen before, especially in the US. So I'm going to be quiet now because I think you guys want to speak with the gentleman to my right. So I'd like to introduce you to US soccer legend Donovan first. He can say a few words. Then we'll go over to Mexican multi-trophy winner Osvaldo Sanchez. And then last but not least, Italy and Juventus legend Alessandro Del Piero, where they'll all say a few words and then we can open up a Q&A after that. But thank you very much once again, everybody, for being here. I am very humble and pleased that you're here and not listening to Mr. Trump. Okay, so I'll hand you over to Mr. Donovan, but thank you.
All right. Is this on? Yes. Thank you very much. Hello to everybody. It's Very nice to be in Vegas, albeit shortly. I'm generally here for other reasons. But this is a nice trip and nice to be in a venue here that I, as an American sports fan, although wasn't fully involved, do remember and have looked back fondly on some of the Runnin' Rebels days, and hopefully those are coming back soon. So it's nice to be here. It's not every day I get to sit next to a World Cup champion and a Mexican soccer legend, so this is cool for me, and I think that sort of emphasizes why this is exciting for us. I think when people come to Sam Boyd Stadium on the 20th of February, they're going to get to see something special, but for us this is special. I had a very unique opportunity a couple months ago to play in a charity match and play against some players that were idols of mine, and I think likewise this will be the same except at a higher level with people that won World Cups. And the criteria that was mentioned, I only made it because I played 50 times for my country. I wasn't a European Cup winner or World Cup winner, but I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I think it's going to be a fun event. I think people will get more than they probably realize from the players because we're all competitive, and we have that in us. Maybe not the top quality that they saw in our prime, but it's going to be a lot of fun and a great evening. So I'm sure you guys will all be there, I hope, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and thanks for having me.
Speak in Spanish.
Hola, buenas tardes. My English is really bad, but I so happy because this game is special for me because it's the first time here with these legends in the legends of the world in the soccer. Alexander Del Piero, the champions of the world, and Landon Donovan, the best player in the soccer in the USA. For me, it's pleasure. Next month, here coming together because it's party for all the people. I like so much what the children's free, and it's for all the family. Como mi inglés es muy malo, les digo que ojalá que puedan venir, que puedan difundir esto, porque esto que se hace aquí en Las Vegas es algo muy importante. Es la primera vez que se hace en Estados Unidos el estar tantas leyendas unidas a nivel mundial, y los esperamos. Ojalá que puedan estar mucho y que puedan compartirle a la gente esta experiencia.
Well, okay. Can you hear me? I will speak in Italian because after English and Spanish, I want to. No, by the way, my English is not better than yours. You are in good company. But yeah, I don't want to say nothing more than what my probably teammates. We don't know yet if we are in the same team.
I hope so.
That's why we are very kindly now. We shake the hand, we make a good picture together. But let's see what happens at 20, because Lando say, yeah, the competition between us will be the most fun part of the game, because we spend our time and inside the game to focus, to win, and to have a good time. And it will be, I think, it will be for sure. And for me, like you guys, it's the first time in Vegas to play, and this is so exciting because everybody knows Vegas around the world for different reasons, but especially because there's an incredible city for events, and this is a big event for us. I have the opportunity to play with Fabio, with other legends in the last couple of years around the world, and every event is very unique, and what can happen inside, it's very unique, and what we want to do, what we want to show is exactly this, and give the opportunity to the people that we come to enjoy the game in every single moment. And we will enjoy definitely because it's a unique situation, and we hope to show some goals, many goals, my friend. It will be hard with you, but many goals, and especially good laugh together, and good time, and good effort inside the pitch and outside the pitch. And we are not thinking about the after party, definitely no. but we want to know why you came to Vegas. You have to tell to everybody now, and maybe later when we turn off.
No problem.
But by the way, it's a great time for us to be here, and we can't wait to be here again, the February on 20.
I'm going to bring it to the floor on Q&A in just 1 second, but to put into perspective, we have coming to Vegas on the 20th of February, 14 World Cup winners, 75 Champions Leagues titles, 294 domestic league titles, over 1,000 appearances for country. We have player transfer fees over $1.4 billion coming as our squad.
Not me.
So just to put into perspective, we have probably, of the last generation and of soccer, some of the biggest ever players that have graced us during this time. So I'd just like to open up for Q&A. Direct your questions as you see fit. Please.
Sean Adams, Smack Talk Sports. Landon, this is to you. I grew up watching all you guys. You guys are all heroes of mine. What that's like for you to be playing with some of Europe's best players on the pitch. At the same time, I understand it's going to be a little competitive, but it's also for charity. What's that like for you?
Well, not dissimilar from you. When there were certain games in our career where you would play certain teams, we were just talking about in 2006 playing against each other in the World Cup, and there were certain teams and certain players that when you went against them, you felt the same way, and you almost have to hide it a little bit because you're playing for your national team in a World Cup, but you have that same feeling and that same understanding. So what I always said in all-star games was the best part of it for players in Major League Soccer and our all-star games was you get to play with these guys that you watch around the league as you're playing these games. For me, it's different as I'm probably going to be one of the younger players, definitely younger than these two. I actually grew up watching these guys on TV as a kid. So that's even different than playing against them or watching them on TV as a peer. So for me, it's very exciting, and I'm going to have a similar experience as you are, and I actually get to play on the field, so I'm pretty lucky.
I have a question for Alessandro De Piero. Buonasera, piacere vederti. How does it feel, being in the United States in front of a league that is growing? What's the public perception of the MLS in Europe right now?
But it's exactly, I think, what it's all around the world. The perspective is the league grow year by year, and the choice that to make the involvement from the kids, especially, it's unique because the potential of this country is amazing, and there's many cities that invest in football, and a new city in different leagues, and this is means a lot for everyone. And with the social media so huge now, like Landon said, you can see everything everywhere. And I believe U.S. can be a great, in the future, a great spot, not only for playing, but to discover champions. And Landon did a great career, but not only him. Also now the U.S. team, the men's team, have a great World Cup, the last one. And the women won the World Cup. That's why it's not. We are not talking only about the future. We are talking also about the present. And actually, the U.S. in 2006 we drew that game. We won every game, but not that one. And the final. That's why what it means sometimes, is tough. And I think it's great. The idea, but is also something real now. And I'm happy to be here. I live in Los Angeles, and by the way, it's not the first time that me and Lando we play together because we already play in Santa Monica. into the beach, but but it's a different situation. And, but yeah, will be great for me, and it's great to be here. Yeah.
Sure.
Jesse Granger, Las Vegas Sun. This one's for Landon. You've been like the face of MLS for so long, and there's talk of MLS possibly thinking about coming to Vegas, and you guys talked about the potential of the city, how it hosts events. Do you see a potential for soccer in Vegas long term?
Well, I mean, I see it from my perspective, but you probably have your finger on the pulse better than I do, right, as far as the local soccer community goes. I've played with various players that grew up in Vegas. Hercules Gomez grew up, I think, in Henderson, maybe. And they rave about what a great place this is for soccer. But there's been a very specific prototype, maybe that's not the right word. There's been very specific examples of how to be successful in our sport in this country. And there's, if you haven't realized it yet, there's a massive swell of momentum with Major League Soccer and soccer in general in this country. And so if all the pieces are right, there's no reason why a city like this shouldn't be successful if they were to get an MLS team. It takes a lot of work and a lot of doing things the right way, but I think it'd be fantastic. Obviously, as players, whenever there's been rumors about potentially coming to Vegas for years. I know many years ago there was a rumor, or some rumors with Paul Caligiuri maybe being involved with some group. Players would love it, right? And I think this is the type of city that should have a major pro sports team. There's no reason why it shouldn't. And I would love to see Major League Soccer on the forefront of that and being the leader in that way. Thank you.
I do have a question for Osvaldo Sanchez.
In Spanish, please.
I'm going to do it first in English and then in Spanish. You've been playing with a lot of stars. You were a star yourself in Mexico, playing for Chivas and then playing for Santos. You played for America and Atlas. But what does it mean for you, being around all these stars here on this game? And does this keep, the flame of the pleasure of playing soccer by coming to these events on your behalf? Eres una estrella en México, todo el mundo te conoce, Osvaldo. Jugaste para Chivas, jugaste con una constelación muy buena de jugadores con Chivas, con Santos, con Atlas y con América. Pero, ¿qué significa para ti estar alrededor de todas esas estrellas? Y principalmente, ¿mantiene esto viva la flama de jugar fútbol?
Sí, yo estoy muy contento porque me hayan invitado a participar en esta gira con estos monstruos del fútbol mundial. Como lo dije hace rato, con un campeón del mundo, figura en el fútbol europeo, y con Landon Donovan, a mi punto de vista, el mejor jugador en la historia de Estados Unidos. Para mí es un placer, siguiendo con lo que comentan mis compañeros. La verdad que estamos muy contentos de estar aquí porque creo yo que el fútbol nunca debe terminar. Nosotros terminamos nuestras carreras futbolísticas, pero seguimos con el deseo de poder jugar y poder aportar cosas a la gente que quiera ver a grandes figuras del fútbol mundial. Por eso nos sentimos muy halagados de estar aquí. Creo yo que el fútbol nunca debe terminar. Nosotros fuimos futbolistas desde que teníamos 5 o 6 años y lo vamos a seguir siendo hasta que estemos ancianos. En ese sentido, es un placer formar parte de un equipo de leyendas, porque aparte son leyendas a nivel mundial. Me parece que la oportunidad que nos da la empresa de venir aquí a Las Vegas, un lugar donde, bien lo comentaron, solamente hay peleas de box, grandes shows de artistas, que la gente viene solamente para la fiesta, que también tengan un espacio para poder ver fútbol de primer nivel. Entonces estamos muy contentos por eso.
Piero, ESPN. How you feel after 3 World Cup, 1 champion, Osvaldo says, how you keep the hungry to play like a kid?
Because the main reason, because I play soccer, you call soccer in US, but football, by the way, it's because I have a lot of passion for this sport, and this is the key for me in all the way. The passion is the key to put more effort, to training one more time, to try to be better day by day, and this is something that I really is tough for me to leave. That's why I'm more than happy to be here, and I can't wait to be in the 20s. But I understand my life has changed. You know, I've become a little bit older, not too much. But but I love to spend time inside the pitch. I spend all my life. We talked before, you know, in Italy, especially in Europe, when you play this sport, you are focused every day. You have 22 days off per year. You travel. You spend more time with your teammates and with your staff than with your family. That's why it's very difficult to leave that. And sometimes, you're boring, but for me it's difficult because also lucky because I have a great career, a lot of success, and this is, you hold the year with the good things is amazing. But yeah, the passion is the key for everything. And if you have this one, you can do everything. Not only in sports, I mean, in every work, you need to have passion. When you talk about the flame, you know, this is the key.
Good. Sure.
And this might be for you.
Yep.
How are you going to decide who's going to be on what team, and how much input will these legends have on who they play with?
Sure. Well, we have two captains, Fabio Cannavaro and Luis Figo, and they captain each side. And what we do is we'll line them all up, and no, we won't do that. We won't. We won't do that. Captain's choice. So we will announce the teams, and they will pick individually, and we'll announce it through our media platforms for you guys to see.
And Osvaldo is gonna be the goalkeeper.
One of them.
One of them. Yeah.
No, because on the old times, it's like that, two captains, and the man who's not playing very well is the goalkeeper.
Oh. I think it's normally the referee is the the last one. Sure.
Once again, Jesus Lopez with ESPN Deportes. Just make sure that Landon Donovan and Osvaldo Sanchez play in different teams. For the Hispanics, that's going to be very interesting.
Okay. Well, I'll just make a note
The way
and.
to say that.
Somos amigos. Aquí.
Sure, no problem. Questions? Any more? Sure.
For Landon. As far as U.S. men's national team goes, there's been a lot of European stars come to the MLS now. As far as player progression for the players that are playing on the men's national team, do you think it's more important for the European stars coming into the MLS or them actually going overseas as you did playing with like Everton?
I think it's an individual choice. You have to forget, or you have to remember, that if there's a perfect way in everyone's eyes to build a national team, the most important part for the individual is their individual situation. So some guys, for whatever reason, have a burning desire to go play outside of America. Some people, for maybe reasons that are sporting or personal, decide that they want to stay in America. So there's no perfect template in that way, but I think long-term, big picture, if we want this sport to grow in this country, we have to have a vibrant, operating, functional league that produces players. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be players that go play elsewhere, but if you look at, we were talking about the Italian national team, we were trying to figure out how many players that play for Italy play outside of the Italian Serie A. And there's not many, and they're doing just fine. So that's my opinion. Not everyone necessarily agrees with that, but I think having players play in this country that are helping our league grow, our sport grow, our national team grow, I think is beneficial for everyone. Sure.
Anybody else? Finish? I just have a couple of thank yous. Just for our sponsors, Hakusan, Current Vape, and obviously the Sam Boyd Stadium, UNLV. Mike, thank you for all your support. Tickets, obviously, are on sale at unlvtickets.com. Really do appreciate you all here today. We'll be sending out, after this, press packs as well, with additional information, especially on players and the squad that will be coming, and the stats around that. Again, thank you so much for coming down. I think we'll be doing some one-on-ones afterwards where we can orchestrate that somewhere else in the room. Any more questions afterwards, please feel free to come and see me, and these guys will be available for the next half an hour. Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone.